in Week 3. The Jets lost the thriller in their first game against the Bills. Can Buffalo sweep the series? The answer comes your way next on Madden NFL 22.
Yes, nothing quite like Buffalo in January as we welcome you inside a snowy Bills Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the New York Jets. And we are underway in Buffalo. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish. And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Well, every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know, as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
3 yards the gain there, second down. On the handoff, it's Madison. And a short gain down to about the 33. And, Charles, for this defense, they're a confident bunch. Some may say maybe too confident at times. How do you think that they approach a game like this when they're taking on a team that's lost 4 straight?
Well, if they're anything like their head coach, they're relying on that confidence. You and I both were sort of surprised at his weekly press conference when he was asked about this being a trap game. And he's almost boasting that he didn't see anything to worry about. That surprised both of us in a big way because we know that could be a dangerous tactic because I can guarantee you the guys on the other side, they heard that, and they're looking for anything to galvanize them.
The kick by Carlson is good, and the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big gain there for the Bills.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Allen. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Well, these two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the Bills winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here in Buffalo. On play action, Allen. And this one is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On set. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Space to run past the 20. And finally down at the 9-yard line.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Here's Allen. Touchdown, Bills! Paris Campbell, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect. How
about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Allen's throw going to be caught by Davis. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Well, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Yeah, that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Allen off the play fake. He'll buy some time right. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds.
That's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a first and goal.
Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
On second and goal, Allen. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Bills will extend their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11. They'll set up to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7-0 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense back out ready to go. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would
and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This taken in at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls get through goalposts. I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
A nice job of bringing that in, but why was he so close to the sideline there? They had all kinds of room in the flat.
A little bit of a lack of coordination between him and the quarterback because both of them should have seen that room that was available, that space. Stop your route a little bit shorter, put it on him, and let him turn and get upfield.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On play action, Allen. Buying time to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Quinnen Williams. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss.
Traditionally, as a defense, your number one job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Madison running left. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's the Jets punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This will be fielded at the 17. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Bills offense now for one final time in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Allen going to throw. Launching one for Henderson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Darrell Henderson as the first half is winding down. And the Bills would extend their lead here just before halftime. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've come to halftime and just like that, on we head to half number 2.
You'd have to imagine, given the snowy condition, lots to talk about at halftime for these two coaching staffs. Plenty of decisions to be made for this second half for sure. And for the call, we hand it back over to Brandon Gaudin.
Indeed, Coach. Thanks very much. And that snow you alluded to showing no signs of stopping, at least in the foreseeable future.
Not too many breaks ahead, according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And the Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
To throw again on second down, Allen.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing now is Allen. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
So another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season, and that is not an insignificant number.
Indeed it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on it, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, they either are or will be Hall of Famers.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. That ball caught by Campbell. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 22-yard line. In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think in inclement weather plays to their advantage because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he is going to lose yardage here. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Looking to throw again on second down. Allen. Over the middle, he finds Henderson, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Allen to throw once more. And it's caught. And he's brought down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now Allen. Flushed out right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen. Fine room there on the touchdown run. And the Bills take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was Josh Allen using his legs to polish things off. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Wide open receiver complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good game and a first down.
And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I certainly know that I, for one, would not like to be on the other end of a tackle when this guy's coming at you full speed from his strong safety spot. Boy, that was a nice play. Here's Madison getting it again on second.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 24-yard line. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll look to throw here on first down. This is caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Jets are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is down to 24. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Bills are going to recover. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to...
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Bills look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. It is fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. New York's offense back out there and set to go. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bills have recovered. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory. But it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it. Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Again, he'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Bills are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. And now they're in the hurry-up. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. And incomplete on the deep ball. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing on first down is Allen. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Bills extend this fourth quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. Extra point by Fairbairn and good. And that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. Big yardage that time for the Jets. One of the good things about throwing it in his direction, he usually has the size advantage on those two-man catches.
And what I like about his game is that he carries himself at his full height. He understands it's an advantage and uses it at every opportunity.
And out of bounds right around the 20. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get this down only to the 18. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. Hands it off out of the gun. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. So there the defense denies the rookie of his potential first career touchdown.
And his first NFL touchdown celebration. I wonder if he's thought about it, if he has something cooked up in his head as he worked out with his team, and think about the celebration back home when he finally scores his first touchdown.
You don't get a second chance to make a first impression. We'll see what he does.
Well said, sir. Well said.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And Allen is actually going to throw it here. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone, and you know they could have taken a knee there. But they decided to play this one all the way out, and I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent. I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this, but to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Come on now, let's make it happen, baby. Let's make it happen.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 7 yards, the pickup there. big offensive explosion help leading